What up, folks? I'm ultrazillatoys, and today I have a review of the SHMA E-Hero Flame Wingman from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX or something like that. I don't know. Flame Wingman, E-Hero. I don't know anything about this guy, but he looks cool. He looks really cool. It's SH MONSTERARTS, and it's in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sub-line, which we did review the Blue Eyes White Dragon in, and we really liked that. This one came out, I want to say in like November of last year, even in the US, so I'm kind of late to the dance. If I really like it, probably not going to rank in my best of the year, unfortunately. You know, I'm kind of weird with that. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I don't care, and sometimes I kind of care. I don't know. It's weird. It's when, like, the line is blurred that I'm like, well, you know, could have been here, but when you know it was out at a certain point, you're kind of like, you know, I mean, this is kind of cheating then. But anywho, either way, it looks cool. It's on sale right now. I don't know about right now when you're seeing it, but right now as we're recording it, still on sale on Amazon, even cheaper, a few dollars cheaper than what I got it at. It was like 80 something bucks, and now it's like 79 at the time of the recording of this opening. I got it for even cheaper than that. I got it for 60 something because I had like 20 bucks in credit, or 20 something bucks in credit, and yeah, that works out mighty nice because you know, it's better to pay less than more. So without further ado, let's get to the review. And there's a Flame Wingman out of the package, our elemental hero. We do get this nice little background for it because, you know, sometimes he's on the tip of that, and maybe you could rig it up somehow to do that in your collection. And if you do want to rig this up correctly, you do get a bunch, you get a base and a bunch of arms here for, you know, rigging them up with the wings out, like floating, seated, sort of, holding up the wings, and then holding up the effect part. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to go and put these back in the box. Just don't feel like it. But I will show you, you know, what I meant. So you could rig them up like so, and the effect part would go in one of those as well. Speaking of effect part, here it is. It's really nice flame effect. Very, very nicely done. This is super cool. I love like how it looks like it's spiraling. Very, very well done. Like, you know, it's yellow and orange, translucent plastic. Just looking awesome, honestly. You know, like, really, really nicely done. And, you know, you can't really do anything. I was hoping you could just let them, like, kind of chew on an end. So you don't need all that rigmarole. But if you're going to use this, I guess you do need it, because it doesn't really hold very well. But it does look awesome. So really nice effect part. There's no doubt about it. And we get these two hands. One is just kind of almost like a relaxed hand with the claws out. Really nice in silver and kind of a dark gray. And this one is a like wide hand. It's really well done too. I do like this one. He's got a fist hand here. I don't know. I don't know. It's a monster. He's an elemental hero monster. I do like this one. Let's put it on there. It looks like it should have it. He looks evil. Is he evil? You guys let me know. I do know he's a fusion monster. So, you know, he's a combo of things, spells and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which, like, takes place in the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm even more lost. But the designs are absolutely incredible. Yeah, I love this hand. So, this, for me, is definitely the way to go. But quickly, here's a better look at the fist hand, you know, because I'm going to leave it off now. It's nice. They're all really nice. The silver is really great. All right, so let's have a good look now that we put this nice hand on him. It looks really, really cool. Like, I'm really liking this guy in terms of how he looks. It's really, really nice. Probably one of the nicer monster arts, I gotta say. Obviously, it's a more humanoid figure. And that's cool. You know, there's no doubt about it. It's weird, but not as weird as, say, the Dark Magician one, which I won't be getting. I'll just let you guys know right now. I won't be getting the Dark Magician SH Monster Arts. I just have no use for it. This one, though, like, aesthetically, it doesn't do anything for me, and it just, like, I still don't get the SH Monster Arts of it. Yeah, I mean, I do because, you know, they're doing monsters, and that's a monster, but why pick that one? Of all things, like, there's so many cool Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. Why pick the Dark Magician? What a weird choice. Who made that choice? Anywho, I digress. Maybe it's good. Maybe you Yu-Gi-Oh guys are going bananas. Me, I'd rather have something that looks kind of monstrous or cooler. And, you know, this guy is a bit of both. And I do like that. So he's got wings. Again, he's a fusion thing. So, you know, I'm not going to, you know, tell you exactly what the fusions are because I don't really know that well. I watched like a little short video on it, but whatevs. Fusion is, you know, you got part from something, parts from something else, or, you know, like essence of something else, which forms this like amazing looking dragon head here, which looks very, very cool. And I think it's probably the same size as the dragon head on the like white dragon and the black dragon. But check that out. It's pretty cool. He's got a blue tongue in there, which I don't think it is articulated. No, it's not. But he's got a blue tongue, which looks decent enough. Kind of this like darkish gray nose. A little bit like kind of scuffed or like oil marks on there or something. I don't know. He's got green eyes on there. And he's got the black over here. These are kind of like softish. These like little, you know, horns here. Like the duotone of that one. And it goes all the way back here. And you're like, you know, it's pretty cool. I love how this looks. Like kind of like smoke almost coming up the arm. Or a mane, you know, like it's very, very nice. And then, you know, you got the arm that goes inside of there, as you can see, and then the rest of the arm is just a normal arm, sort of, but, you know, you got like this like armor bit here that matches, and the color work in there is matching too with that kind of, it's like a maroon, like a very muted red. It's pretty cool. I do like it, and we get that on the back as well, as you can see there. And then, of course, you get that on the tail, which is kind of that duotone color, you know, with red on the bottom and this kind of dark gray on top, which looks cool. I like this kind of zigzag motif there and the little spike. Very, very nice, all the way to the end. Kind of like the forked tail, which is pretty cool. I do dig that. And then the feet are a lot like the hands with the claws. Really, really nice and silver. It's got a little spike on the back here. Legs look pretty good. There's a nice shading to it on the green. It's a darker green, and then you got a lighter green, and that's got shading as well. Really nice sculpt. Love it, man. This guy has a very, like, Power Rangers bad guy feel, too. Maybe that's why I'm really attracted to this. Like the spikes coming from the Krajiji section. That looks really neat. Musculature in here looks really good. Is what the back looks like. Calves are popping, man. I like these little balls over here at the ankles. Looks really good. Looks really, really good. And you got the stomach and chest, and you see the shading in there as well. Looks really good. Little 4-pack there. Duotone on the chest with the green and the red. And the shading, again, looks excellent. And then you got this arm here, which looks like more, you know, a regular arm. Looks really good. Nice musculature at the shoulder. And then the arm here looks really good. Kind of this armor bit here and there. Spike there looks pretty cool. A little, you know, it's kind of soft plastic. But it looks good. And again, this hand is absolutely awesome. Really dig it. His traps look good. Really nice there. That's what the rest of the back looks like. And then the wing looks awesome. In white, a little bit of a gray shading on it. Not like super like noticeable, but it's in there. It's definitely in there. And these wings are really nice, more angelic looking, except when you get to here, which has the spikes, which might be like, you know, that side popping in. There's definitely like a good and evil look to this guy. And again, please educate me more on him, because he looks really cool and I really like it a lot, actually. Face is great. Really, really nice for this elemental hero. I like it a lot. You know, I like these kind of like flames that are on here. I like this, like, he kind of has like a genie look to his face, you know, which looks pretty cool. The ears and the like really long, swirly top of his head, you know? I think it looks great. Proportions are odd as heck, but I mean, look. Look at this guy. You gotta let that go, because it looks fantastic. I mean, yeah, little head, long arms, long legs, but crazy tail. Like, it's just absolutely nuts in all the best ways. And that's why I was like, I'm not gonna get it right away, but I definitely have to get this guy. Like, even though like the Black Dragon came out before this, like, I still didn't get that one, and I'm not 100% sure I'm probably getting it at some point. It's got to be like a really good price drop like this was, and then, you know, having more credit, I think, is the way to go. But, you know, like, this is, this kind of speaks to me on a lot of different levels, stylistically and all that, you know. As an artist as well, I just kind of dig where this comes from and the line of thinking of creating this. It's just very, very cool. Really like it a lot. And for articulation on this guy, and it's a fair amount. The neck moves and then the head moves separately. So pretty decent up at the top here for the head. The upper body moves and the waist moves nicely. That's pretty good. At this arm, you get a butterfly joint, which is cool. The shoulder joint separately. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow. Joint, wrist joint here. Hinge and swivel. On this side, you do get this butterfly joint again. It is a little bit harder on the side because you got this giant shoulder pad here, which I can't tell if it's on a separate joint or if it's just like kind of in there. It's weird. Swivel at the elbow, bicep and at the elbow. Of course, you got this giant thing here, giant head, which has a jaw joint. This can move in here. So it's probably like kind of like the wrist here. I do want to note that like this thing is very, very heavy, but yet I think it holds it pretty well, all things considered. I mean, it falls a little bit. I mean, that's to be considered because it's huge, but kudos to Tamashii. You know, the shoulder joint is actually holding up. And as you might have seen on my Gridman review, I did have a problem with, you know, my initial Gridman. In the shoulder joint, so you know, something to note. At the leg here, you have a drop down joint, so you can pretty much do a full split. Kicks out, goes back, swivel at the thigh, double jointed knee, and then a nice rocker at the foot with a hinge. You can turn it. It's got foot articulation, and then on the back, first up we have the wings. You have one joint that's in his back, or its back, apologies, and then another joint that's attached, you know, the little wing is attached to the big wing, which is kind of neat. I like that idea. And then the tail has a lot of nice articulation, very Monster Arts. Oh, and there you go, very Monster Arts. But millions of ball joints. Every joint is ball jointed, so yeah, you're gonna get that. That usual monster, something's gonna pop out at some point. But only at the tail, I have to say, I'm getting that, because that's where you're getting, you know, a lot of that. The rest is more like a figure arts, you know, like, which, you know, some of these humanoids, I kind of feel like they should be in figure arts, but, you know, I get the monster artness as well, because they are considered monsters in the game. And for size comparisons, first up here are some SHMA GXK heroes, so you can see that this is a pretty tall figure, which is kind of cool. And here's Flame Wingman with 2 of the Fat Mojo Yu-Gi-Oh! Figures with the Blue Eyes White Dragon, as well as the Winged Dragon of Ra. I really like this one, and this one was okay. Not as good as this one. We do actually have another one here, if you saw my Instagram, that we will be reviewing soon. It's not yet opened, so do be patient. We will check out all 3 of these, maybe 4, in that review as well. And of course I meant 4 because, you know, we can't forget the SHMA Blue Eyes White Dragon, which I liked very, very much last year. And definitely was a fantastic figure, ranked on my best of the year. And yeah, it's a great one. I kind of am surprised I didn't go in on this and the Black Dragon right away, just on the power of that one. It was really good. But, you know, fall was not a great time for me, so had to wait. But these 2 look really, really cool together. They're from different series, you know, different Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. This is from the original, and this is from, you know, GX. But I don't know, like, in-game, like, in the actual card game, like, you know, if you can play with them together. I think you can, right? I don't know. You guys can let me know. But either way, they look awesome together. And my final thoughts, this is a really nice figure, guys. I really like it a lot. It's got, like, very minimal problems, if any. Like, the only thing I felt was, like, you know, maybe 1 or 2 of these joints like to pop out every once in a while when you're moving it around, as ball joints usually do. On tails, SH Monster Arts staple, and, like, kind of the only thing that makes it SH Monster Arts E, in my opinion. It feels more like a figure arts, like, even like the plastic quality, although, you know, figure arts and monster arts are pretty much the same. There's a little bit of differences in the way they feel, and it's very slight. It's very, very slight. I think they use the same plastics, just the way it's applied is a little bit differently. And, like, this just feels more like a figure arts, you know? You know, this feels like more like their Digimon figure arts, which I should have had in this video, but I honestly don't know where they are, because I don't have a shelf for them right now, so I'm not sure exactly where they were anyway. But that would have made sense. But anywho, either way, this looks amazing. I really like it a lot. It's just super, super cool. The aesthetic is just something I'm super into, and yeah, you know, like, I'm bummed in a way that I wasn't able to get it last year, you know, because it would have made my best of the year. Like, maybe I would have put it together with the Blue Eyes White Dragon and, like, elevated it a little bit, but it's really, really good, and it definitely kind of makes me feel like, yeah, I might still be getting some of these. Like, you know, if you want to keep score, like, I'm out on Monster Hunter. Like, I had too many problems with, like, every one of those figures. But so far, 2 for 2 on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Arts, and that's pretty neat, because I do like the aesthetic. Very, very cool figure. I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I got it on a deal. Makes it even better. And there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection, because you never know what you're going to see here. Until next time, peace out, peeps.